Hey guys, I'm going to be doing another prom or special event look for you guys. I am going to talk through this one because I do feel like I can just give you guys tips and really just be more helpful this way rather than through a rushed video. Just get comfortable, get ready with me if you'd like. Alright, so I'm going to start with, I know this might seem strange, pretty much get oily in my T-zone and a little bit on my cheeks. So I'm using my Shiseido, my trusty Shiseido SPF as a mattifying primer. Since it's water resistant, it really helps keep the oils from seeping through. I know this is kind of a lengthy explanation, but it's why I use it, and it's why I'm not going to apply it all over my face. You don't want to get a ghost-like cast in pictures, so don't apply it all over your face, just where you need it. Okay, so I'm just going to apply it there, basically there. Okay, we're going to rub that in. Also, you might notice I have some red patches around here and here. It's because I use my Joy Epilator. I still use it for unwanted hair on my face. Definitely just get rid of any stray hairs, tweeze some stray hairs if you need to. Now we're going to go into foundation. I'm going to be applying my Almay TLC. This is in the shade Sand. I'm going to mix some of this with my CoverGirl TruBlend in the shade Sand Beige because it has more of a yellow warm tone to it and it just matches my skin just a little better. And I'm going to be using one of these sponge wedges. You know I love my Sigma face brushes. I use them all the time. But you know, even on clients, I actually go through a lot of these because they are great. They're disposable. I'm just mixing the foundation together and I'm going to start dabbing it. You do want to cover up some of the redness too. So I like to work from the center of the face first. I'm actually just blending it in the direction that my facial hair grows. I know, or my peach fuzz. We'll call it peach fuzz because this way it's not going to make the hair on your face stand out. So that's why I'm blending downwards over here because it does grow downwards. And wherever I need a little bit more, I just might go over those spots. And for concealer, I'm going to go ahead and use my Maybelline Fit Me concealer in the shade Sand. If you are using one of these wedges, don't toss it out. We're going to use it again later on. Now we're going to work on the brows. I'm going to be using the Sonia Kashuk Eye on Neutral palette. It's just a bunch of neutral mattes. It's great. I'm going to go ahead and use it for my brows as well. I'm just using one of these dual-ended angled brush and spoolies. Brush through the brows. I'm going to go ahead and actually mix this shade right here with the gray to give it more of an ashy tone. And I'm going to start filling in the brows. I typically like to slightly outline the shape, especially the bottom edges and the top edges, and then I just really softly fill in the rest. I'm going to prime the lids. I'm just going to use my Wet n Wild Fergie Take on the Day eyeshadow primer. I'm just applying that literally all around the eye. I'm going to take my Maybelline Color Tattoo in Barely Branded, and it's pretty much kind of like a beigey color with shimmer. And it might seem strange that I'm going to go into this when I'm going to be using pretty much mostly matte shadows, but it's kind of nice just to brighten and kind of give that luminescent glow underneath all the matte shadows. I'm just going to take a large eyeshadow brush and I'm going to go into this palette. I'm going to take a mix of this off-white shade right here, maybe a little bit of white, and I'm going to apply that right on the inner corners of my lid. And then just softly brush it out onto the center. Now I'm going to grab a black liner, something that you can smudge out, and I'm just going to line this above my upper lash line, and it's okay if it's a little messy because we are going to smudge it out. And then taking a smudge brush, just smudge this out. Now with a fluffy brush, I'm taking a mix of some softer browns right here, and we're just going to blend this in. Even go ahead and get pretty close to the inner corner just to soften everything up and start our sort of hazy smoky effect. Now going in with a more tapered blending brush, this way we can sort of focus a little bit more carefully. I'm going to take a mix of the gray and black. You can just go with the deep gray if you don't want to incorporate the black in there, but we're going to use a really soft blending touch. So I'm just going to take a mix of both. As you can tell, I'm sort of a mixing fiend. And I'm going to start on the outer corners and really just softly start to blend it in, but it's going to mostly just be out in this outer third of the eye. And depending on how dramatic you want to go, you can bring this up into the crease too for more depth. And you can go back with the fluffy brush and really just blend it all in so it looks more seamless. Now for the lower lash line, it's up to you if you want to rim the waterline. I'm going to use my Sigma Atomic No. 6 eyeliner. It's pretty much a really deep brown. I've been obsessed with it lately. And I'm just going to rim my waterline with it. I'm also going to apply a little bit right underneath my lash line on the outer corner, so it gives my eyes a little bit more shape. Go back with your smudge brush. You could also use a Q-tip if you don't have a smudge brush. And to keep it soft, I'm actually just going to use that same brush. I'm going to go into a soft matte brown, set underneath the lower lash line with this, so that it softens it and it also sets it so it doesn't melt all over the place. Now for the upper lash line, I am going to go in with a liner. You can use a gel or a liquid. I'm just going to really get right into those lashes there so you don't have any weird gaps. Dab this right by my lash line. I'm going to keep it rather thin. You don't want to cover what you did earlier with the pencil liner that you smudged out. Don't cover that up. And if you want, you could also do a slight little wing. Just go in the direction that your bottom lash line curves. So just, if you look at it, and then you do a little flick, and then just pull it inwards, just like that, and fill in that little triangle. Now I'm going to take another smudge brush. You can also go in with a pencil brush, and I'm going to go into this L'Oreal Infallible eyeshadow in Liquid Diamond. A really beautiful shimmering silvery lilac shade. You could go in with more of like a copper, just something metallic, or a shimmering taupe, whatever you may want to do. I'm pretty much just going to apply this right in the center of my lower lash line. So the more shimmering it is, the more it'll kind of contrast with the rest of the look. We're going to go back to that color tattoo. We're going to just use a pencil brush. You could also use your fingers, Q-tip, something just detailed so that you can get right into this inner corner. Apply some right underneath your brow. Okay, and then of course curl the lashes. You want to really curl them up high, high, high. I'm actually going to apply these lashes by Kiss for some of the light so you can see it better. But they're really natural. I think if you're someone who's new to lashes, go with something more natural and just really apply a lot of mascara on it. Alright, lashes are on and they look great. I love them. So remember the sponge wedge I was talking about earlier? Whip that guy out. We're going to use it again to make sure none of the mascara gets all over our skin. For the top and bottom. L'Oreal Lash Out Butterfly in Waterproof. Really get the mascara on there, and then I like to brush through it. I'll zoom you guys out and finish the rest of the face. I'm going to set my face now, make sure I get rid of any fallout. I'm going to use my Milani Multitasker face powder in light medium. If you need to clean up, now's a good time to do that before you do this using concealer. I'm going to use that same brush, and I'm going to go into something to give my face more color. So I'm going to use this Maybelline Fit Me. It's a pressed powder in Golden Beige. Once again, using that same brush, I'm going to go into my NYX blush in Angel, and it's a really soft pink, almost like a dusty pink. I don't want too much color on the cheeks actually, so that's why I'm going in with this one. And then for the lips, I'm going to go into this Rimmel by Kate Moss Lasting Finish Lipstick in number 17. And then I kind of want to go a little flirtier, so I'm going to go with my NYX Butter Glass in Meringue, and it's like a light pink shade. If you want to go the extra mile, you can apply some highlight. Go back into my color tattoo, that barely branded, just around here. And that is the completed look. I hope you guys like it. I'm in love with this. I kind of wish I had somewhere to go. I thought I just would sort of change up the hair a little bit, keep it really neat and simple. I hope you guys have a great time at prom. Don't forget your lash glue, lipstick or lip gloss, blotting sheets or blotting powder. And I believe that is it. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know if you try out the look, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!